This is Pulse 95.
Pulse 95.
It's the Morning Majlis. It's the Morning Majlis.
Well, looking at the state of COVID-19 treatments and preventative measures, Rania, there's news about this nasal spray that is, they say, has been proving to prevent COVID-19 infections, and they're currently conducting trials for it in Britain. And essentially what it is, it's a nitric oxide spray developed by the Vancouver-based Sanotize, is designed to prevent the spread of the virus from the nose through to the respiratory system. And studies so far have found that nitric oxide, the main component of the spray, is effective at halting the spread of viral infection.
Yeah, nitric oxide has so many uses. It's a compound produced by the body with antimicrobial and healing properties. It causes blood vessels to widen, and it stimulates the release of certain hormones as well, such as insulin. It dilates blood vessels, therefore it controls blood pressure. And it's also used as a neurotransmitter to regulate functions relating to digestion, to blood flow, to even vision and memory. Better yet, it is regarded as an effective treatment for the upper airways by preventing severe inflammatory response and infection of the lungs. So it has a well-documented safety profile as well, and it has been demonstrated to be effective against a wide variety of viruses, bacteria, and fungi as well. And lately, it has shown to have a direct effect on SARS-CoV-2, which is the virus causing COVID-19. And the treatment can be delivered by nasal spray, throat gargle, or nasal lavage as well, according to this new trial that's been taking place in Britain. Now, according to researchers of this trial, the nasal spray not only can block entry of the virus, but the active ingredient nitric oxide actually kills the virus and prevents it from multiplying. Therefore, if deemed successful, people in Britain and Europe could have an effective, safe, and accessible treatment within just months that they can use daily to kill the coronavirus and stop it from spreading.
Yeah, and in Canada, the Sanotize spray is going through second phase of trials after the first round, and they found that it has 100% effectiveness in preventing COVID-19 from passing on to the or into the respiratory system. This antiviral spray has been deemed effective. So, really, I don't know. I mean, it does sound interesting, but do you reckon you could use it to fight COVID-19?
Well, researchers, they argue that, yes, the vaccination program is essential, but it will also take time to distribute it to the general public, and mutant strains may develop, obviously, within the process, requiring changes to the vaccine to happen. So it is not known how long the immunological protection will last. It's still under research. But it is also unclear if the vaccines will prevent vaccinated people from becoming infected and potentially transmit the virus to other non-protected individuals. It's still all under research. So they're arguing, those researchers, that for those reasons, it is important to explore and deliver simple, safe, and inexpensive alternatives or therapeutic alternatives and product solutions over the counter, such as this one.
Well, Dr. Chris Miller, who's the Chief Science Officer and co-founder of Sanotize, who are behind this nasal spray, he says you got to apply this pretty regularly. But he said, look, it's another weapon in your arsenal, and it'll help you resume something approaching normal social life. He said the virus, it doesn't immediately go to your lungs. First, it starts with your nose. It attaches to the cells over there. Takes a while to incubate and multiply for a few days, and then it starts shedding into your lungs. But he says if you have the solution in your nose, that's going to hamper the process and cleanse your upper respiratory area and prevent this from happening. So even if you inhale the virus when you're out in public, it could protect against it. And hey, it's nice having a weapon in your arsenal. I just don't know how often you have to apply this nasal spray and how uncomfortable it might be, but might help you feel more reassured.
And they're comparing it to using hand sanitizers. So the sanitized treatment should
For
be
your
thought
nose.
of for your nose.
Yeah.
It should be thought of as an effective treatment for the upper airways, similar to when people use hand sanitizers to clean their hands on the outside of the body. So when people are potentially exposed, they will spray to cleanse their upper airways and kill the virus before it can cause serious illness. So I believe it's in phase 2 trials up till now. So we're going to have to wait and see.
They're saying the spray
its
provides a barrier. It prevents and treats early infection, but destroying the virus and impeding viral replication within the cells in the nose. So effectively, you're adding a border check post to your body, and that border check post can stop them upon entry, and maybe quarantine it before it can eradicate the threat. So it's going through the trials, so let it be in the trials, and it's always useful to enhance your own safety measures and protections, and that's the least you could do, really. Wear the mask, good hand hygiene, and having more protective barriers such as the sanitized spray from Canada. But yes, do stay tuned to Pulse 95. Share us your thoughts and opinions on the matter. Time now for some musical entertainment, and then we shall return right after that, and we'll continue the discussions here on the Morning Majlis.
Pulse 95. Between local lines. Notes from the Emirate.
We're very excited for the Sharjah shopping promotions, and it is taking place now in Khor as well. The promotional campaign activity, Sharjah Shopping Promotion, which is the largest trade event of its kind this year, organized by the Sharjah Chamber of Commerce and Industry, exceptionally under the slogan Back to Shopping, took place from December 17th and is taking place until actually February 13th, with the aim of supporting the retail sector and enhancing sales and markets with the participation of a large number of malls and retail stores across the Emirate of Sharjah. Now, the activities of the festival have been launched in the city of Khor Fakkan.
Yeah, it's really cool stuff they're doing. They're also doing weekly raffle draws every week as well. And these raffle draws are held in shopping malls and central markets, including Souq Sharq in Khor Fakkan, and Sahara Center here in Sharjah, Mega Mall, City Center, Zawaya Walk, and Al Majaz waterfront as well. And about 120 lucky shoppers will have a chance to win 2 million dirhams worth of prizes, including 7 cars, gift vouchers, cash prizes, high-end perfumes, and even bikes.
Yeah, so much to win, and it has witnessed major discounts on the prices of various types of products, merchandise, most famous brands and malls, supermarkets and retail stores throughout the Emirate. And this is the time to really get your plans sorted if you want to buy anything as a present or something for as a retail therapy. A lot of people do prefer the retail therapy to kickstart the new year in high spirits. Other aspects, if I were to go to a shopping mall and to think of things that I would look at buying, and just to do a little bit of a roundup here on the Majlis to see what people's interests lies. For me, I would go to a sports store and look at more trainers or kicks, sneakers. I look at that, and that's usually my go-to place in a shopping mall. What about you guys? Where would you go? What's your go-to place?
Such a girl. Sephora.
Yeah,
Makeup.
Makeup places.
Makeup places.
What about you, Ahmed?
I've been looking at PlayStation 5, and let's see how far the prices come down,
Oh,
right?
yeah. I went to a PS store yesterday.
How was it?
It was just sort of a nostalgic. I didn't buy anything. I didn't ask for anything. I wanted to Snapchat that wall of PS games, and I was like, whoa, back in the days, I used to love them. But yeah, that's always good. Retail therapy is always useful, and there's lots of always birthdays coming up, anniversaries, anything, and then before you know it, you get a chance to maybe win one of the raffle draws, maybe drive away with a new car. That could be a perfect gift for yourself, and that's how I've always viewed it. So that is always useful for sure. But do let us know on the text lines 4215 if you've got any retail therapy ideas. Is there anything that you would like to buy or use in particular? And it'll be great to get your thoughts on the program. But so far, we know that the draws and activities have begun in the Souk Sharq in Khorfakan, where 9 people won various prizes. So stay with us on the morning Majlis. We shall take a bit of a breather. Now we're going to talk about drama in the house, and it is the White House. Something is boiling up over there. What's going on? All of this will be discussed right here on the morning Majlis.
Pulse 95. Between local lines. Notes from the Emirate.
Hello, good morning and welcome back onto the Morning Majlis. Now, let's start talking about the development projects in the Emirate of Sharjah and new attractions, new academies that have sprung up. And Her Highness Sheikha Jawahar bint Muhammad Al Qasimi, wife of the ruler of Sharjah and chairperson of the Supreme Council for Family Affairs, visited the Holy Quran Academy here in the Emirate of Sharjah, and she reiterated the contributions of the Holy Quran to the development of the human civilization for thousands of years, while affirming that its teachings have paved the way for key milestones and human achievements in the advancement of science, positively shaping the value systems and behavior and influencing various schools of thoughts and philosophy.
Well, the Academy is actually the biggest complex dedicated to Islam and its teachings in the world. It is home to 7 scientific and historical museums, which offer detailed insights into the history of writing and codification of the verses of the Holy Quran. It also houses a collection of Quranic manuscripts that chronicle Islam's evolution in various countries across the ages. Additionally, the Academy offers programs and activities also for researchers and modern learners of the Quran. It includes a global electronic maqari' or maqari'a program, which allows people to enroll from anywhere in the world to learn the Holy Quran's isnads or references. So more than 320 students from 101 countries are already enrolled as we speak. So according to Her Highness Sheikha Jawahar, she's very keen on this academy. She's saying that the Holy Quran Academy in Sharjah is a beacon shining a light on the beauty and broad-mindedness of Islam.
Yes, indeed. And Her Highness encouraged people across the world to be proud of their tolerant and moderate religion and center their journey of life and development around the guidance offered by the Quranic verses and its sciences, and said that no matter how hard nations strive to build their modern identities, these are always going to be rooted in a comprehensive understanding of their culture in order for their development to not be directionless or lacking in a collective spirit, and embracing the Quran is a way of doing that. Now, the Academy itself features sections and museums with the rarest copies of the Quran and Islamic manuscripts, as well as old treasures and exhibits, including the kiswa or the covering of the Kaaba and the curtains of Prophet Muhammad's chamber, as well as the possessions of His Highness Dr. Sheikh Sultan bin Muhammad Al Qasimi, Supreme Council member and ruler of Sharjah, which are present at the area. And Sheikh Jawahar also said that the Academy is the Sharjah ruler's gift to the people of Sharjah, to the UAE, to the Muslim men and women worldwide, and that its inauguration coincides with our rapidly changing times characterized by unprecedented transformation in societies, marked by an intersection of culture and concept, and said this building reaffirms the importance of faith in serving as a moral compass for us people and ensure that we remain on a path of goodness no matter what temptations or alternatives might arise. So this academy is a comprehensive reference point to guide Muslims throughout playing a positive role in their community.
Yeah, if anyone who's listening in and willing to go down to the Holy Quran Academy and is thinking, where can I find it? It is in Muwaylih area. It is on the intersection that connects the Muwaylih Road to the Maliha Road, and you'll see it on your left-hand side, a huge building complex, and it's called the Holy Quran Academy in the Emirate of Sharjah, and so many sections and so many rooms that are playing a role as the seven as a museum, and the one particular one is a 7 readings museum, which displays and exhibits over 10 sections. The museum explains the 7 Quranic readings and their origins, as well as their prominent figures figures. So it remains the world's largest Holy Quran academy, and it contains 308 rare copies of the Holy Quran.
And it's open from 8 until 3 on weekdays. It's not open weekends.
Oh.
No.
So you've only got
Friday and Saturday it's closed, but weekdays it's from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m.
Well, you better get some.
I'm going after work.
After work. Well, you've got
Literally,
to do
I
that.
am.
Yeah.
Nice.
You got to try these new destinations and new places out here in the Emirate of Sharjah for sure. And do drop us a note and a text if you're going down there. We're kind of delayed for the world of business news headlines, so we'll rush into that. So do stay tuned to Pulse 95. We shall return right after the business news headlines. This is the Morning Majlis.
This is Pulse 95.
Pulse 95.
It's the Morning Majlis. It's the Morning Majlis.
Well, let's talk about Saudi Arabia, because Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince, Mohammed bin Salman, in a rare televised appearance, has announced plans to build a zero-carbon city at Neom. Neom, the first major construction project for the $500 billion flagship business zone that aims to diversify Saudi Arabia's economy. Saudi Arabia, the world's largest oil exporter. Now, this zero-carbon city is going to be known as The Line, and it would extend over 170 kilometers. It's going to be able to house 1 million residents in what has been described as a carbon-positive urban development that is powered by 100% clean energy. And Prince Mohammed said, "Why should we sacrifice nature for the sake of development? We need to transform the concept of a conventional city into that of a futuristic one."
Yes, Prince Mohammed, who is chairman of the board of the Neom company, said that the line has been designed to allow residents to fulfill all of their daily requirements within a 5-minute walk. The city can be traveled end to end in 20 minutes only, according to him. So he said cities prioritized machines, cars, and factories over people. Even in cities that claim to be the world's most advanced, people spend years of their lives commuting. And again, he said, why should we accept wasting years of people's lives commuting? Why should we sacrifice nature for the sake of development? We need to transform the concept of a conventional city into that of a futuristic one. So as you said, Ahmed, the city will be 100% powered by renewable energy, and the cost of infrastructure would be 30% cheaper compared to more traditional cities. And he also said more details would be revealed about the project at a later date. But the Saudi press agency said the city would be a 170-kilometer belt of hyper-connected future communities, and also will feature ultra-high-speed transit and autonomous mobility solutions.
Oh, it's going to be such a great project. And the Crown Prince said that the infrastructure of the project is set to cost between $100 to $200 billion. Now, this was a quote that was caught by Al Arabiya, and that the project was announced after 3 years of planning. The Crown Prince also said the backbone of the investment would come from Saudi Arabia and the kingdom's sovereign wealth fund, known as the Public Investment Fund, as well as local and international investors for the Neom project. Now, this is going to attract a lot of attention, a lot of feedback. It's apparently meant to create 380,000 jobs and will contribute 180 billion Saudi riyals to domestic GDP by 2030. That's according to the Crown Prince. And best thing, and one thing that really is going to stand out, and this is what we were talking about earlier in the Morning Majlis, walkability will define life in the line, and essential services such as schools, medical clinics, leisure facilities, as well as green spaces will be within a 5-minute walk, something that is very unheard of, especially in the Gulf region.
He's calling it the pedestrianized city.
I want to move there now. I just want to move there right now, and that would be amazing.
No cars, no streets, zero carbon emissions. Wow, lots of walking.
We've got similar sort of projects here in Sharjah developing with the sustainable city. True. And lots of other projects have been implemented in the United Arab Emirates for sure. But this is obviously at a mass scale. And I remember when Sustainable City opened up their project back in the days, and over in the neighboring Emirates, and I went there for the press conference where you went in horse carts. So it was horse carts that were specifically brought in to carry the media from the opening, from the welcome center to the press conference room. It was incredible. And it certainly is something that we look forward to as more and more awareness for climate change is out there. Well, stay with us on the Morning Majlis. Up next, we have the world of business news headlines, and then we shall return right after that, continuing the discussions here on the Morning Majlis.
If you liked this episode of the Morning Majlis, drop a like and subscribe.
95.
Be sure to follow us on Instagram for all our daily updates and top stories.
Bubbles.